Hello, and welcome to today's challenge. Recently you've been working on quadratic functions and their graphs. Today we're going to focus on what happens if you take the standard graphing form of a quadratic function, in this case f of x is equal to a times, in parentheses, x minus h, and parentheses squared plus k. And what happens if we can change the h, the k, and the a? What effect does that have on the graph? For example, I have this one all set up. I have a function. I have the sliders set up with a, h, and k, and I have its graph. What happens if I take the value of a and change it? Right now a is equal to 1. What happens when I go back and forth with this and I change its value? What happens to the graph? What happens if I change h? What happens if I change k? Now it's your turn. In order for you to complete your challenge, you need to set up your Desmos graph just like this. Follow these directions. Open up a new Desmos Graphing Calculator template. Up in this first section here, type in f of x is equal to, and again we're going to put in the standard graphing form for a parabola. Once you type that in, you'll notice that you get the availability to add sliders. We're going to add all of them. And immediately Desmos gives you a slider for each of the main variables a, h, and k. Once you have the sliders set up, our next step is to get a table of the functions. Please place your cursor inside the function box, and on this settings tool you're going to select Convert to Table. Now that you have the screen set up for how you want to work this, with the table of values, the graph of the values, and the sliders below, take a few minutes to see if you can figure out what is the relationship between the value of the variables of a, h, and k and the location of the graph here. Take the sliders left and right, either manually or you can hit play on one of these and it'll slide it for you back and forth. Pay attention to what's going on to the values here on the chart and onto the graph. Once you think you have it all figured out, follow the steps on your direction sheet to complete your challenge. Good luck.